Hello everyone, Mast3r Zak here. Today, we are going to be playing the Blueprints. So yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right in. Hello Way, hello Tree Boy, hello Cheeky, hello Austin, and yeah, how are you all doing today? But yeah, this game should be pretty interesting. It is a puzzle roguelike, and yeah, from what I've seen, it looks like a pretty interesting game. I've purposefully, not watched, any playthroughs of this game, so this should hopefully be a new experience. So yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right in. New game. Wow. Also, Demian reference. I just wanted to, immediately start the stream by, Limbus Company, Demian. The Blueprints, that's Demian from Limbus Company. Right? Limbus Company reference. Let's go. Alright, we got that out of the way. Let's go. Easy. You got a new plush this morning? Yo, very nice. Also, it looks like a black screen, but there is a loading thing. It's just behind me, so you can't see it. When did Way become a wasp? What do you mean? That's a moth? I still see... Oh! Jump scare? Flashbang? Hello? Doggu Bomb presents. In association with Raw Fury. Dude, they're hyping this thing up. Hold up. A game by Tonada Ross. The blueprints, more like the black screen. Oh wait, no, there's something happening.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair.
Sinclair? Wait, no, is this actually... Do we play as Demian?
Publish and declare.
Wait, hold up, Sinclair?
My last will and testament. And hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P.
Oh, never mind, we play as Simon P.
son
Jones.
of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in, and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly.
Okay. That's a big mansion, actually.
The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45 room estate.
Okay.
The
So
location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair
The
dignity
Sinclair legacy!
will have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner.
What if you just, destroy the house?
Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse.
Okay. So we gotta find the 46th room.
Whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 8th day of March, 1993.
Okay.
Herbert S. Sinclair.
So you just go to find the architect. Lamau, just find the architect. Be like, hey, where would a extra space be? Not necessarily a 46th room, but where would there be an extra cupboard space? Be like, oh, there was a space between walls here. Day 1. Uh-oh. Day 1. Don't worry, I'm sure there'll be blood fiends later. True. Uh-oh. Hello? Game? Oh, never. I thought it was lagging. I just didn't click on it correctly. Dude, look at this manor. Hold up, chat. Look at this. Imagine, inheriting this, chat. I mean, the utilities have to be insane on this, though. I will say, if you're just inheriting this land, you might honestly have to sell it. Just because, look at that. That's you're getting electricity, like, pumped out here from, like, all the way beyond the mountains. Like, also, speaking of pumped, like, where's your, like, sewage, by the way? Where's your, like, look at, like, your electricity's, like, all the way over there. Like, sewage has gotta be, like, you're on the edge of a mountain. Like, you've gotta, like, maintain this. You've gotta pay for, like, staff. You've gotta pay for, like, there's, like, a secret thing down there. Like, you're this entire mountain. It's gotta be, like, you're gonna have to sell this thing. Like, if you only get the, like, that's how you troll. Like, if you're a rich person and you want to, like, troll your poor nephew, you give them this in your will, because there's no way they can afford to actually maintain it. It will either fall into disrepair in, like, the first 3 months, or they'll have to sell it immediately. Alright, anyways. Little bird things. But yeah, hopefully we got some sort of, like, stipend of money so that we can actually, like, you know, maintain this place, because it's a pretty cool place. Open only in the event of my death. Well, Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes, and the details of my bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further in my mind when I choose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission, considered in the fine print of my will, that I feel should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought into the estate from the outside. Well, what about, like, shoes? If I, like, kick open something, does that count as me using a tool or an item because I have used my shoes? Tools or items found in the estate may not be taken off of the estate. You may not stay overnight. Okay. Wait a second, Cheeky. There might be blood fiends. There might be blood fiends. You may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should provide an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and do not rely on the success of the previous day. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me home for the last half-century, and I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, "Don't go where the path leads. Abandon the path and go where you want it to lead." With all my love and wishes, best of luck. Herbert F. Sinclair. Okay. Also, I think I wasted... In the top left corner, you can see my steps. It started at 50. I think by exiting the building and re-entering, I wasted 2 steps. Which is silly. The blueprint! Oh! Chat, point! It's the blueprint! This will serve as a useful map and inventory log of your adventure. You may access the blueprint menu by pressing tab. Okay. Whoa, that's a lot of squares. The antechamber? The heck is an antechamber? Dude, we're gonna find some, like actual, like, bodies in here. This is gonna be great. Oh, what is this? Searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you will lose 1 step. Okay, yeah, we already wasted 2 steps because we exited and entered the main door. When you no longer have any shoes left, you'll be too tired to continue and must call it a day. Okay, got it. No sleepovers here. True. I gotta go back to, like, my apartment or whatever. This game actually looks really nice. I will say... This game looks amazing. Also, how's the audio, chat? Like, look at this, chat. Like, we're, like, the attention to detail. Maybe just because this is the first room, but, like, look at this. There's a little painting here. It's a little watercolor village. I really like this painting. I think the audio's okay? Alright, good to hear. Yeah, no, this is a really cool place. These, like, cards, the hands with the cards, I don't know, I'd probably get rid of those, but I really like this painting. This little watercolor village. Unless I'm supposed to be hearing something from the game, IDK. There's not really anything from the game yet, but I'm not sure. Alright, time... Is time passing? I can't tell. It's raining outside? Uh-oh. Alright, well, I guess we'll just open this door. Ooh, select a room to draft. Whenever you enter this room, gain 2 shoes. Wait, can we just farm? Can we farm, chat? I will say, though, if I'm, like, designing this as my future house, I really don't want the first door in my house to be a closet. Like, what kind of thing are we... I'm gonna... As much... I really want these, because, like, this gives 2 items, and this gives, like, 2 things. But I want to build this like I would build an actual house. Because I want to be, like, an architect. Well, no, I don't want to be an architect. It's just, like, I want my house to, like... If I'm going to inherit this house, I want it to, like, you know, make sense. I'm going to build a hallway here. Any other room besides a hallway there does not make sense. Because you're entering... Actually... Wait. No, a bedroom there would have gone crazy. No, okay. Hear me out, chat. Hear me out. If I'm a person that's inheriting a 45-room estate, I do not need, like, 40 of those rooms, right? As an individual person, I don't need 40 of those rooms. What I should be doing is I should be making, like, what would it be? 9 different mini houses inside of my house. And I just have 9 different houses. Alright, we're in the hallway now. This is kind of chill. The bridge. Dude, it's the bridge we saw in Ina's barbecue, dream barbecue thing. And then, like, there's a bride, I guess. I don't know. I feel like this is also a puzzle game, so I feel like these paintings are gonna, like, matter, which is gonna be crazy. Just rent them all? True. Wait, that's how you can pay for how expensive the electricity and utilities are gonna be. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Is this west? Because I know it's like north, south, west, east. But, like, which direction is west? I don't know my cardinal directions. You expect me to know that? I'm assuming it's that way because it has a thing there. So I'm going to go this way. Guest bedroom plus $4. I'll take money. Yippee. Where's the money? Ooh, was that a little... I can't jump. Apple! Dude, this is literally a Limbus Company reference. I'm Demian, so it's the apple to tempt Eden, or Eve. I forget the names. Anyway, $4. Bridget, please lock up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. Dude, that's the, like, last, like, meal of someone on death row. It'd be like 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. Okay. A grater? I thought I could pick up the grater for a second. I was gonna be like, are we gonna be in combat? But why would we be in combat with a grater? There's an interactable right there. I just can't grab it because I can't climb ladders. Guess we gotta we'll go to Walmart for groceries. I don't know if you saw... I'm not gonna go back because I don't want to spend like 5 steps, but I don't know if you saw the entrance to this house, girly weirdo. This house is like across the mountainside from like all of civilization. There's no way like we can make it to Walmart every day. The laboratory? Bro, just call it a bathroom. Like, you don't have to be doing all that. You don't have to be like, it's a laboratory. Bro, it's a bathroom. That, like, you don't... What are we on about? Anyway, I'm gonna take the parlor, because it looks cool, and it's got, like, a little puzzle icon. Oh, and it makes sense, because it's by the windows, and then you can see outside. This is what I was saying, girly weirdo. Literally, that's... see that mountain over there? There's also a mountain over there and a mountain over there. We're so far away from civilization. It's crazy. Literally, we're just gonna have to sell this. Whoa, the boxes? What do you have to say? Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the old The old hams? Dude, imagine having your last name be Old Ham. I would change it. I'm gonna be so for real. I'm disowning myself from the Old Ham family and, like, unless they're, like, actually, they're probably really rich. Never mind. But, like, imagine being, like, Mr. Old Ham. Mrs. Old Ham. Merc's Old Ham. Like, that's crazy. This past Thursday. If I'm being... Frank! That's crazy. Cheeky, did you hear that? I know you're making, like, sushi right now, but did you hear that? We finally know what Frank's last name is. It's Frank Oldham. That's crazy. Frank Oldham. I can't believe Frank's last name is Oldham. Frank Oldham. Oh no. It had been quite a while since we been seen in decent society, and we had beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of the evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played back in some years back, involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included it with a letter, all the detail you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Her name is Frank Cromer, actually. Oh, I guess it's a different Frank, then. Frank Oldham. Oh, no. Oh, also, Cheeky, sorry. Message redacted. I still see the messages. I apologize. I didn't realize it was redacted because I looked at the other chat message. Always your friend, M. Lowry. Okay. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within. The other 2 are always empty. Okay, so one tells the truth, one lies, and then the other exists. Got it. Okay. Or the other can be true or lying. Okay. This is the black box. Okay. This is the black box. Okay. The black box is not empty. Okay, so it's got to be the black box, because this is a lie, and then there's something in here. That was so easy. I can't believe this guy had to... Gems? Dude, wait. Wait, I realize how we're going to pay for this estate, chat. This is full of treasure. He didn't leave me any money. He left me, like, rubies. He left me fine cut gems. Dude, per carat, those are like $1 million. Oh my god. Okay. Like, I mean, it depends on if those were like rubies or like pink diamonds, but like, okay, I see what I gotta do here. Okay. Uh-oh, there are like puzzle clues on the wall, I think. But I know how I'm gonna pay for this, chat. Now we're gonna okay. A bedroom, a nook, or a borador. What the heck is a borador? A nook. We get +1 key. Whenever you enter this room, gain 2. I should have put this at the start. That would have been really good. I'll take a nook. We don't really need two steps right now. Yo. I'll take a key. Dude, this is kind of chill. Like, dude, D&D. Hold up, D&D night here. You get the boys all together. You get the Dungeons and Dragons. You get giant rook, I guess. Hold up. This I'm taking it back. I would actually kind of maybe want to live here. This would be sick. If I'm getting like gems in every other room, and like I'm able to actually afford this place, I would actually kind of like to live in like a giant mansion. It would be kind of scary though. I'd be kind of scared actually now that I think about it. I feel like people like probably like live in like the like catacombs underneath or something like that. Like I'd be really scared to live here. A journey noteworthy. I wouldn't be able to live here alone, I guess. That's my, like, if I had to live alone in like a building with like 46 rooms, I would be terrified. But if I like lived here with like 10 other people, it'd be fine. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. A pad, scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool. You will not regret having it besides you on your journey. Yeah, well, guess what? I've got live chat. Dude, imagine doing this while live streaming it. That would be crazy. Dude, you'd get like, someone would like appear and like kill you. But it would be kind of a sick stream if they didn't do that. A corridor is always left unlocked. A den, a storeroom. I want to go store. No, wait, storeroom doesn't have an exit. I gotta go den. I gotta go den. Ooh, look at the. Oh my gosh, you have game night in there, and then you like just like sit down here and chill. There's no TV though. That kind of sucks. I will say. A pawn. I'm gonna be honest. Like, as much as this is kind of cool, I still like really enjoy modern amenities, like, you know, television. Dude, more gems. We're making so much money. That was like I don't know, a plane. Maybe someone is stuck in here, not say anything else. Oh, make them do puzzles to escape. I wouldn't put someone in here. E? Wait, hold up. Wait, no. Where's my... Okay, tab. Oh, E means that I'm here. Okay, got it. Okay. This is a kind of, like, okay setup so far. Dude, it's just, like, imagine, like, living here. That would be kind of sick, actually. Okay, this place is, like, boarded up. Do you guys see this? So, oh, because we can't go there because the pantry's there. Oh, okay. So I built this wrong. Wait, hold up. A locked trunk? I'm gonna use this. What's gonna be inside? A key card? Ooh, electrically powered security doors? Bum, bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. And then another, like, $2 million. Bum, 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 bum. Bro, imagine going to, like, the pawn shop with, like $3 million per gems. That'd be crazy. Alright, what are we gonna do here? Gem required. You may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5. Hold up. Nursery kind of goes crazy. But drawing room gives me more mobility. I think I have to go drawing room because nursery only gives me 1. Whoa. Oh, and we get to see outside. Dude, I also own, like, the entire forest. Dude, wait, this is Wuthering Heights! This is Wuthering Heights, chat! I just realized it. This is Wuthering Heights. We got, like, we're gonna get the electrical generators up and we're gonna, like, zap squirrels. Oh my god, I found this. This is Wuthering Heights. Dude, that's why it's, like, the blueprints, is because we're the only people that can afford color. Hold up, hold up. Drawing floor plans. Each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 floor plans, from which you must select 1 to draft. However, there are some items in rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. I mean, they've been fine so far. Can I call somebody? Dude, imagine, like, having a rotary phone. I don't, like, use my phone to call people. What would I use a rotary phone to do? What is this? It's just this single, like, dude, he put a filter on. This is not drawn. Dude, it's what's the name of the horse? It's Jovial Merriment. Chat, have you heard of horse race tests? Have you heard of horse race tests? I've not seen it yet, but I've heard really good things. I've heard like insanely good things. Mostly from the Bluppy Friends server, or whatever it's called. I forget its name. But Oak is really into horse race tests. Maybe I should do like a horse race test reaction stream, or like I might ask. Actually, hold up. Really good stream idea. We react to the full series of horse race tests, and then like in between each episode, I like ask like Oak to like be like, okay, so what's the lore up to this point, and then figure out what to do from there. And then if we don't have enough time, we can do like the dulls or something like that. Oh wait, true, yeah, Rashanante. I forgot. Oh no, the actual horse. But yeah, you guys have not heard of horse race tests? Okay, we could experience peak, I guess. All right, what is here? I can redraw the floor plan if I do this. Oh, but I can build a nursery. Hold up, a nurse. I'll lose money when I enter the chapel. I don't want that. I want a nursery so that I can gain 5 whenever I draft a bedroom. That sounds really good. There's a tie. A thing. A Rubik's Cube. That's kind of... I don't know why you put a Rubik's Cube in a nursery. Bro's trying to get the children to be like insanely insane. The Red Prince. The Red Prince. I was right. My friend's trying to get me into it. I won't probably. Okay, so Cheeky also knows what horse race tests is. Good. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white or of the swan in the snow. He never looked up for the fear of the sky. He had heard that the sky was not a... Well, that doesn't rhyme. Oh no, I didn't read view. I'm so stupid. He never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard the sky was not a red hue, so he always had a book to turn his eyes down if he ever went outside when the clouds weren't around. And do you know which book the prince always had? The one that makes him happy whenever he was sad? A story he had read in the bath to the bed, and maybe you can guess with the clues what we said. It was the story of a boy who also wore red, and he looks like our prince from his toes to his head. And you, reader, might already assume that the book is quite near you, in fact in the same room. It's a story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince and his book. The red book we just read. Let's go. I'm yay. Oh no, we need that one guy to rap to this. The Untitled Goose Game. That's terrifying. I would, if I was a small child, I would not enjoy that. Dude, look, a car. I forget that, like,